James Jacobi. I'm the founder and CEO of Ascend Advisors, and we are a management consulting firm that specifically focuses on the small to mid-sized enterprises, on your digital optimization and marketing in your business. So we want to help you make sure you are set up to win and that you can run fast to go grow your company. So we're going to talk about AI tools specifically to speed up your business today. If you've never used an AI tool before, I'm going to show you one today specifically. But as Darius said and Ruben said, there's tons out there. Even if you are a solopreneur watching this, a small business owner with even a couple employees, or if you're watching this and you're running a division for a company, it doesn't really matter. My argument for you today is that every business needs this, and I'll show you why. But first, let me give you a quick example of where this is leading into and why AI and automation is so important. This is a real story. We're going to use a fictitious name for this, though. Her name is Cindy. But this is a CEO that runs a construction business. And you can read the slide about what she is and who she is. Her biggest concern with a growing business, she's running about a $700,000 construction business in Colorado. She needed more lead flow. She's got a brand new website, spent money on a brand new website, was hoping to get more traffic, more leads, was doing social media posting to generate some ranking and SEO and engagement that goes back to her website. And she wasn't getting anything. Nothing was happening. So she tried a new lead gen service through Yelp for her services. And this is literally a true story that we are on the phone together with me and the CEO, and we're having our weekly call. And so I go on Yelp and I say, well, let's try it out. Let's see what happens when I go to your company on Yelp and I request a service. Let's say I want to get my switch or my panel fixed and get some switches fixed in my house, some light fixtures. So I go to the Yelp page, I book a service. And when you book anything on Yelp from the business side of it, Yelp doesn't let you monopolize that traffic. They want to give some competition. So they automatically kick the request out to two competitors if they submit to yours. So no joke, within about 2 minutes, their competitor texted me, emailed me, and called me saying, hey, I noticed that you were looking for some help in your home. When can we book an appointment to come see you? And I showed it to Cindy and she couldn't believe it. It was fast. To Ruben's point, speed was huge here. This competitor that we never even knew existed had an auto-generated, ready-to-go response for any new traffic coming in through Yelp. And I'm going to Cindy, I'm like, Cindy, do you see this? Look at how much money in business you're losing daily from this type of disruption, from this type of speed that your competition's doing that you don't have. So it doesn't matter if it's Yelp, it doesn't matter if it's your website or your social media or whatever you use to capture lead generation and traffic. This is happening every day, ladies and gentlemen. There are places where you're spending time and money in your business, and frankly, your competition's beating you. And you don't even know it. That's the dirty secret here, is you don't even know it. And so the key, if you want to win and get business faster, is we have to be really on top of what's available to us in terms of technology. And we want to see you win business, not lose business. So a couple lessons that we believe in and that we learned, especially during COVID this year, is you got to be willing to fail. You got to be willing to fail forward with trying new strategies, trying this tech stuff out, even if you're not comfortable with it, because what got us to where we are will not get us where we want to go, right? And if we keep trying and practicing stuff with good intentions and good strategy going into it, we can be agile, we can learn faster, we can adapt faster, and we can figure out what is going to help us win in this new realm of digital business. Really, it doesn't matter what you are. Even if you're a brick and mortar, you still compete digitally. They are a brick and mortar technically business, they're a service business, but they're competing online, right? So you got to be agile, you got to be willing to fail and fail forward. The second thing is COVID did hit everybody hard this year. Some won out of the gate with a lucky hand of instant demand. Some got their supply cut out right from them and their demand. You had to adjust, you had to pivot, right? So everyone's recalibrated. It's the end of the year. You kind of know what the market looks like now. You know what you have in front of you. You can bank on really the next 6 months of things staying roughly the same in terms of daily life with whatever your setup is at home. A lot of people, including me, have kids. I have 3 small kids. You know, half the time I'm working out of my house, half the time I'm working in the office. You know, we have kids at home from school. I'm sure you can relate to that. We're all in that same boat. That's not going to change a whole lot over the next 6 months at least if we can really nail the 6 months right in business, you know where that leads. We're going to have a great, great year. So it's about taking the right steps forward now from all that we've learned from this year. 90% of life and business is how you respond to it, pure and simple. So if you haven't adjusted your strategies yet for 2021, I'm going to give you some ideas today on how to do that. And if you've already started to do that, I'll give you hopefully some new ways to think about what you're going to do here in the next few weeks to start 2021. 3 key things of why clients and customers are willing to try new products and services today. This is huge data. This comes from McKinsey. This was a report done in September and October, just recently, of thousands and thousands of survey data. These are the top 3 trends of why customers are willing to switch and move and potentially try your service and product today. Number 1 is availability, which goes right into what we're talking about today with AI, automation, and speed. Availability. So that means number 1, are you promoting? Are you promoting your service? Does anyone even know you exist? Because if no one knows you, how are they supposed to buy and find you? So promotion and awareness is 1, but 2, availability in terms of what Ruben said is if someone's interested and wants help now, your response time is everything. That example I showed you with Yelp is key. You have to turn around response very, very fast, get in front of that client, get in front of that customer, and not only get in front of them, but help them get what they want right away. People want the best value, the highest quality, and the fastest amount of time. They want it all. So is your business set up to do this? If it is, you're going to do really, really well in 2021. If it's not, then start thinking about how can you adjust your business to be rapid response, high quality, and get the client's results as fast as possible. That's what people want today. So our approach and the approach I'm going to share with you is you got to have AI automation technology in your business to help leverage parts of the business that you just don't really have time for. You can't be everywhere at once. Only one person. Your other teammates have certain functions too, but you guys can't do everything. And the beauty is there's technology that, sorry to say, some of it can do a way better job than you can. So that's great. We want that. And it can do it at scale, and it can be faster and more consistent and more sustainable. So we want to look at where we can leverage that. The second thing is what I alluded to earlier is fast learning and focused execution is everything on how you're going to grow your company right now. You have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to adapt. You want to keep learning every day. This should be a season of water hose, learn as much as you can, implement as fast as you can, test and measure everything, and keep tweaking your business model. This is an amazing time for you to speed up that learning curve, and learning and speed of learning and speed of action will correlate directly to how many sales you bring in next year. The last thing is bespoke training. This is more for us, but for you, it's about taking the tools I'm going to show you, some of the strategies that we're talking about, but it has to apply to your business. So you have to adapt and apply it to fit the needs of your business. And the great news is with all the technology that's available, most of it, if not all of it, is able to adapt to your business flow. So these are just a couple examples of why AI automation is great for business. And this is why companies, and we're talking the biggest companies in the world, right? Amazon, Apple, all the way down to a small business owner. These are the reasons why people are investing in this. This is what it does for businesses. It helps you operate faster. It helps you create a unique customer experience in a saturated market. How do you stand out when you have 1,000 competitors that do very similar things to you? Do those 3 things I just showed you on that previous slide. Availability, response time, high quality, getting in front of them, getting them the result faster, right? It shows measurably, this is again from a McKinsey report through hundreds of businesses that were surveyed. It grows your bottom line by 20%. 20%, think about that. Imagine improving your bottom line by 20% from leveraging technology because it's more efficient, it's faster. And guess what? In a lot of times, in a lot of cases, I'll show you, it costs less. It saves you money. It's incredible. Plus you get data. Data is huge. It helps you innovate. It helps you move quicker in the market in the pocket where you play. And it creates a culture internally of learning faster. Learning faster and operating with technology, if you can have those as part of your company, that is a major, major competitive advantage for your business. Most companies are not doing this. There's plenty of room to jump into this and take advantage and really, really do some damage in your market next year. You can take some serious market share next year if you do these things. This is all data that's from this year, guys. This year, look at the uptick in all these industries on how much digital usage is being done on your phone. Digital adoption and technology. Look how much is happening. Banking, entertainment, grocery, utilities, telecom, travel, insurance. Huge uptick in usage on digital technology. Remote workforce, another driver. How many of you went from working somewhere to working out of your house this year? Almost everybody, right? Look at the massive swing of how many people work from home. Why is that important for you as a small business owner or of any size business? People are on the phone, people are on Zoom with you and me more than ever. So if we're not using technology and AI to drive traffic and attention to here, then we're not having the right business model. We're missing opportunity. This is prime real estate for you, and it's not going away. Look at this. Online time, how much people spend on time. Look at the blue jump. This is increased time spent in texting, chatting, messaging, social media, video content, movies, just reading news. Almost a 40 to 50% jump in time this year from COVID. If your business strategy doesn't reflect adjustments to accommodate this uptick in attention, then you're missing an opportunity. We have to recalibrate. We have to figure out how can we play smarter here and get people's attention. So I'm going to show you one AI tool. AI tools are softwares, are apps, are things that will do something for you that's automated, frankly, right? It can do it in a way where it's consistent, it's faster, it's more scalable. And not to disencourage you from hiring employees, I want to hire a lot of employees actually next year, but there's certain things that I want them to do. And where technology can frankly just perform at ease better than we can trying really hard, I'd rather just lean on technology to do the stuff that we don't even want to do. So think about where you can put technology in your business for things and processes that you don't want to do. If you're a 1 or 2 person business owner shop, or even if you have a small sales and marketing team, you can't do everything. You only have so much time in the day. And living in the world of COVID, where you're working from home half the time or more, and you have kids, good luck. I'm preaching to the choir, right? You might have a good 3 to 4 hours a day, maybe, on a good work day right now. So if we want to dominate the world, grow sales, grow our businesses, but play with the cards that we're dealt, which is what I just said, then we got to figure out a way to get more done in less time with tools that can help us, because we can't be everywhere. So I'm going to show you one tool. This is just one tool that we use with our clients, and it's for specifically LinkedIn. It's a LinkedIn B2B lead generation tool. And I'll show you what we do. There's a couple things that come with this to make this work. Whether this is your website, whether this is if you like Facebook, or if you like Instagram or LinkedIn, there's a couple things you need to have in place for you to have the best results, for you to have conversions that lead to sales. So the first thing that we do with folks on LinkedIn, if you like to spend a lot of time on LinkedIn, it's an amazing, amazing place to grow your business right now if you do it right. I'm going to show you a way that we're doing it on our end, and it's working really well. The first thing we do, and these are real examples, is you got to have the right image for your audience. Can you guys tell which one is performing better on this slide? Which profile version is performing better? The one on the left or the one on the right? Can you guys take a guess? Which one's working better for this company? Well, think about it. Look at what the imagery does. It's more bright, it's more personal, it's more collaborative, but even in their headline, it's more specific about what they do and how they work. So if your LinkedIn profile is literally like the same as a website, it's people have 2 to 3 seconds checking you out and then they're gone. So you got to make sure that your design is aesthetically pleasing to the eye and people can understand who you are, what you do, and if it makes sense for me or not in about 2 to 3 seconds. It's no different really than if you do Facebook or Instagram. Why did they have a metric in their ads and in their video usage for 3 seconds? It's because that's the average attention span of a user. If you can stop and look at a video for 3 seconds, that automatically gets ranked and goes higher in the algorithm. So we have major ADD. We need to make sure that if we want our audience to pay attention, we better be speaking very clearly to them with who we are and how we help them. So the first thing you want to do if you're on LinkedIn is you want to make sure you have a really nice aesthetic looking profile that meets the criteria for what your buyer wants. Do not make a profile for anybody. Your profile should be specifically designed for the exact perfect client that you want, period. Don't use it for anything else. So we help you do this. We actually redesign your profile for you and all your messaging. This is one example. Here's another example. Can you guys tell me which one looks better to the eye? This is a person that does sales consulting. Which one would you want to rather hang out with and talk to about sales and business? The right? Huge difference. Almost overnight, instant change. If I'm new to your profile, I'm going to be more favorable to the guy on the right that looks like he's having a great time and alive than the guy on the left, right? So this is what I mean. Image is everything, just like your website. It's got to be designed a certain way for it to convert. So where does AI fit into this? I'm leading up to it, but the key is you can't just buy a piece of technology and think it's going to do and change your business. That's not the message today. You need it, but it has to go in line with the strategy of marketing and your message. It all has to come together or it won't work. So I'm kind of showing you guys the recipe here for what you need. But this is another example of a good profile that's starting to convert really, really well. This person turned on their AI tool, and within the first 3 days they turned it on, they had 25 leads in their inbox and 5 meeting requests in 3 days. Think about that. What would you do with that kind of volume uptick in your business today? So this is what it does. We redesign your profile. We build a targeted search that pinpoints the ideal client that if you could have a list of 500 clients and they're all the same. If we could put you in a stadium today and you could have your perfect clients out there and you can have 10 minutes of their time and you can say whatever you wanted to your perfect clients, who would they be? What kind of companies would they be working at? What's their titles? What would you be excited about if you got an inbox message saying, hey, I want to talk to you? That's what we do with this. And this is a client, this is a different client. This is a client that if you can look at the company list here, they're all banks. They work with bankers. They work with regional banks, big financial firms, and they want to talk to business development or C-suite executives. Look at this list. Would you be excited if that was your target client and this was your inbox for people messaging you saying they want to meet and talk with you? This was another client. We're seeing 20% to 30% response rates from cold messaging. Do you guys know the rates for cold messaging in marketing? It's like terrible, right? Cold calling, 1% to 3%, cold emailing, 1% to 3%. This is doing 20 to 30%, and it's all AI, all of it. Think about the speed and the efficiency of that. I'm trying to show you the real power here of imagine getting 450 new connections a month on LinkedIn, and 20 to 30% of those are messaging you saying, I want to talk to you. I want to meet with you. Here's my phone number. Here's my calendar link. This is real. This is happening with all of our clients. This is what we're doing with the AI. Is this tool does all this work for you that would probably take you or anyone else on your team about 20 to 30 hours a week. It's doing it for you. Done. And it's not only putting it in a dashboard, this is going straight into your CRM. You have zero data entry to do. Who likes data entry in their business? Not me. I'm a sales guy. I hate data entry, right? This puts it all in your customer relationship management system. If you don't have one, we recommend one and we help you install it and we connect it all for you. But imagine having leads like this show up in your inbox on a weekly basis for you to just close deals and to generate new relationships. This is the beauty of what AI could do when you put it into a business process. We're using this for business development, yes. You could do this for website response. You could do a bot, right? There's a bunch of stuff in Zapier. If you guys know what Zapier is, there's all sorts of features with Zapier. We can integrate different things and exchange data behind the scenes, automate workflows so we don't have to do it for ourselves. There's all sorts of things you can do, but this is an incredible way to use AI to speed up the front end of your business cycle. Another thing I want to touch on real quick is strategic plan. That was one tool. That is on one line item in this really noisy graphic here. But I want to show you this for a reason. This is our 12-month strategic marketing plan with a company. So I want to ask you, do you have a strategic marketing plan with data and technology to leverage in your company? If you don't, we can talk with you. We'd be happy to do a free consultation with you. But you want to have, guys, a plan, like I said at the beginning, at least 6 months out, if not a year. What is your strategic plan? Get it on paper. You can screenshot this. I don't really care. I hope you take this and it means something to you. That'd be awesome. I'd love to see what you do with it. But you want to have, your overarching plan for 12 months. You want to figure out when and what and who are you going to do stuff with your marketing and with your technology. Schedule it, plan it. This is ours. This is what we do with clients that have a full 360 total domination digital strategy for their brand. They're going to be distributed on every platform. They're going to be consistent. They're going to have the most volume, the highest quality. They're going to be everywhere so that we can focus on stuff internally. We can focus on working with their clients, helping them close sales. But a lot of this is automated. A lot of this is an automation schedule plan for your technology and platforms that you use. So do you have something like this for your business? If you don't, start now. It will make you a better CEO. It will make you a more strategic CEO. It will help you think through things more strategically so that you can have a great plan and have your arms wrapped around your business. I want you guys to start feeling comfortable having everything in control, having your arms wrapped around your business and know that everything's thought through, everything's thought out. This is a great place to start. So